Hey guys, welcome to your first proverb of the week. There's a couple of reasons why I want to do this kind of new series of videos. First of all, I think it's really important to build consistency in building Spanish into your schedule. I know that for me, when I'm tutoring students one-on-one in person, I say that students should be spending at least 20 minutes every day practicing Spanish. Now that's a minimum. Now, most of the time for me, it's practicing in those kind of normal parts of my day, usually at the beginning and then at the end of the day for Spanish. And I want to start instilling that kind of habit making with you guys. And then also I want to be able to do this kind of video series once a week, hopefully, to be able to practice that pronunciation. If you've taken my Udemy course, you know that breaking down text into syllables is extremely important for practicing your pronunciation. We're going to use one proverb every week in order to practice your pronunciation and be able to mimic me so that you can practice this on your own. So what we're going to do is break it down into syllables. So you're going to see the text to the side of me, and then later on you're going to see a screencast of me breaking down the text into syllables and then practicing what these sounds are. So I'm going to go ahead and read the first proverb of this series. So this is going to be a short one. It's just Proverbs 1:7. I love the Bible, and it's something that I love to mix into my morning routine and be able to practice Spanish at the same time. So that's why I'm kind of choosing this form. And we're going to just choose one kind of verse or one proverb every week so that you can practice your pronunciation. Okay, so this is the one. El principio de la sabiduría es el temor de Jehová. Los insensatos desprecian la sabiduría y la enseñanza. So that's our first proverb. I'm going to go ahead and switch to the screencast now. All right, hey Spanish students. So in this screencast, we've already read Proverbs 1:7, and now I've broken it down into syllables for you guys. Usually in the future weeks, we're going to kind of work on it. I'm going to kind of gain vision for this as well as we go along and kind of play it by ear. But this week I decided to give you all the syllables as if I was doing them, as if I was studying these syllables and practicing pronunciation on my own. So obviously Proverbs is Proverbios, and then we're going to go ahead and practice the pronunciation of this text. Now, what I want you looking at, this is the normal text. I went and put it into IPA Type It. If you don't know how to do that, a good tool and resource would be my Udemy course. I go through how to use that and how to use that tool in order to get the text into the syllables like this and why that's important. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and practice this. So I'm going to just speak out every single syllable and then we're going to go through it. Okay. So, el principio de la sabiduría. It's a diphthong there, so it's actually, I'm saying it slowly, so that's why it sounds so strange. But that's a diphthong in between words. So you'll notice here the A and then the S I'm putting together. Now this isn't like a fixed in stone, like this might not be exactly correct with syllables. I think this is just the best way to speak out the sentence in order to make it sound fluent. So riae, so sabiduría es cel, and then I'm putting that sound with the L, so cel, temor de Jehová. Remember, there's no H sound whenever you see an H. Never sound it out. Just go to the next to the vowel. O, ba. It's a soft B sound because it's in between vowels. Lo sensatos. Okay, I did it again with the lo, and I put the S with the next vowel. So lo sensatos. I'm mixing the two words together, right? Lo sensatos desprecian la sabiduría y la enseñanza. Okay, so I misspoke there at the end. It's enseñanza. Now again, most of this in fact, I might even be technically wrong on some of this, but I put this into a certain syllable kind of format below just because I think that that's the best way to pronounce and speak the sentence. So I'm going to go ahead and speak it out a little bit faster this time. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and practice that if you weren't able to pronounce everything correctly with me. For example, the R's. Prin in the first couple words there. Prin, prin. That R sound is a flap against the top of your mouth. If you can't do that, make sure you review how to pronounce Spanish sounds. El principio de la sabiduría es el temor de Jehová. Los insensatos desprecian la sabiduría y la enseñanza. So I'm starting to mix those words together. Now I want to practice with a metronome. This is one thing and kind of a free tip for you guys that haven't taken my course. But I go through more in depth in my course on how to use a metronome. So I'm going to go ahead and use a metronome, and on every beat or on every beat that I hear, so I'm going to put it at, let's just do like 110. Okay, so I'm going to do 110, and on every beat I'm going to say one syllable. That's a good way to practice and kind of mark your progress as you're going along. Okay. All right. So here you hear this the metronome. It's on my phone. So it's El principio de la sabiduría es el temor de Jehová. Los insensatos desprecian la sabiduría y la enseñanza. I'm going to go ahead and redo that because I was getting mixed up on my own. I need to slow it down. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and slow it down here for you guys. It's kind of this is a good exercise even for me. It's a challenge to be able to mix, especially the diphthongs together in between words at a fixed pace. So I'm going to go ahead and slow it down for myself. Whoops. El principio de la sabiduría es el temor de Jehová. Los insensatos desprecian la sabiduría y la enseñanza. Okay, so that's the metronome kind of style and how I would go about practicing this. Now that I have it at 90, I'm going to push it back up to 110, 150, 200, get it really, really fast so that you can be able to speak this out exactly like I do throughout this week. Hopefully this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions about the first proverb of the week. And I'm excited to hear how kind of creating this daily routine is helpful for you guys. Let me know if you have any questions about this text or anything else with the Spanish language. I'll see you guys in the next video.